Born in 1894, Norman Rockwell had always presented a vision of America that involved good feelings and an optimistic vision of the world and of the economy. In the picture that I am showing now, you notice the optimistic vision that he had of people at that time, and also um, the values that he believed in, and the feelings that he wanted to point out, such as, for example, here, a vision of happiness and friendship. He had a special technique to start his paintings. He took pictures of close relationships and then studied them and then copied them into paintings. This is one of his most famous works, entitled Runaway, which was published in 1958. Norman Rockwell was supposed to have been influenced by um, the movement of realism. The details present in this painting shows how much time he devoted to be uh, as close to reality as possible. Um, in the notion I am presenting today, which is the notion of myth and heroes, I'll be asking myself if there's been an evolution of the vision of the public towards the armed force, and especially the policeman. In this everyday scene at the diner, the little boy who has run away from home uh, is being put under the scrutiny of the waiter and the policeman, who both have an amused look at his endeavor to to leave his home. We can easily imagine that the policeman will be taking him home soon, and that he'll start reasoning him, and that in a minute they'll both agree. Following the events of Ferguson in 2014, last summer, a black boy was killed shot 4 times by a policeman. A parody was published entitled The Militarization of Officer Joe, which is an exact replica of this painting, in which the author takes a look at the way the police and the policeman has changed over the decades, especially uh, in his relationship with the black population. Unlike the little boy from the runway, the young black man seems more than afraid of the policeman, who's not only wearing a gas mask, which makes communication um, and mutual understanding impossible. Also, the machine gun, the rope, the handgun, the handcuffs, and the club all suggest that you might get into trouble if you are accused or apprehended by the police. Your life may even be in danger. The waiter's intrigued look at the scene mirrors the reaction of the American population, and maybe the European population too, at the events that took place in Ferguson. We cannot understand how the hero of the 1958 painting has become this scaring, frightening figure that seems to be interested in power more than in rescuing people. We may wonder if the policeman fears the population now, and he feels that he has to protect himself with heavy weapons. I want to stress out that, as a conclusion, that throughout the years, the image of the policeman, the hero who rescued people in danger, has completely changed, and that the population tend to trust the police officers less, which may eventually lead to problems between the population and the police officers. It's understandable that there have been riots in Ferguson if the population feels that Michael Brown, the young man who was shot 4 times, was killed for no reason. Um, this is this is one of the reasons why Barack Obama wanted to have a clear, detailed account of how many machine guns and war weapons the policemen were carrying in America. We cannot help but think that the image of the hero in America has totally changed as well. People no longer trust the police and have looked around for other role models that don't include policemen. The notion of respect has changed as well, and we cannot be surprised at such evolution. Um, the treatment by the parody is a clever way to point at problems that have been going on since the 1960s in America and since the integration of the black population.